Good morning, everybody. It's Chris the Spyder Minimalist. It's another wet, miserable, rainy day in Niagara Falls, New York, but it's April, so that's what I guess we should expect for this time of the year. It could be worse, right? It could be snow. Actually, parts of the southern tier, let's say an hour's ride south of here, are getting snow. Not a lot, not accumulating snow, but they're getting some. But the reason why I wanted to shoot this video this morning is I'm running in an errand to a local hardware home improvement store. It's a local regional chain, to look at their gloves. And the specific glove I'm looking for is a rain glove. Now, I've been riding motorcycles for years, and for the first part of that period, the motorcycle was a recreational thing. It was not a transportation thing, it was recreation. And really it wasn't until I became a minimalist about 15 years ago that I started using my motorcycle more and more, when I first became a minimalist, to you know, just run errands and whatnot, because I think I had at the time a Suzuki V-Strom, which is an incredible, awesome motorcycle, but I used it more and more for running errands. It got 50 miles to the gallon, and it was truly a minimalist conveyance. But when I went hardcore on minimalism, I got rid of all my toys, including that motorcycle. And it wasn't until years later, I want to say about 6, 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, I got back into motorcycling, and the motorcycle was definitely a primary transportation thing for me, and I used the car as little as possible. But I had a car, and so when it would rain, of course I would take the car. I would never take the two-wheel motorcycle when I had a car in the garage. But now that I no longer have a car in the garage, and this Spyder is the only vehicle that I have, I'm looking at things a little differently, a lot differently actually. So it's been rainy here in Niagara Falls for a couple of days now, and it's got me thinking, okay, I need to rethink my rain gear. So I've had rain gear on the motorcycle for years. I kept it in one of the side cases or in the tail pack, depending on the motorcycle I had. And rain gear meant rain pants and waterproof. I've got a El Cheapo Columbia waterproof jacket. It's a bright orange, which is, you know, it's good to have a bright color jacket on when it's raining out for visibility's sake. My gloves have always been, for the past, I think these gloves are maybe 6, 7 years old. These are Joe Rocket wind chill gloves, and they're great gloves. They're great. But the problem is these gloves are winter weight gloves. And so they're windproof and they're waterproof, but they're winter gloves. So that's fine on a day like today. It's 46 degrees and rainy. It's windy, very windy, so this glove is just perfect. But I don't know that I'm going to want to wear my Joe Rocket wind chill gloves in July when I have to go out, you know, for a ride somewhere, to run an errand, to a meeting or something. And I might not have the luxury of saying I'm going to wait for the rain to stop. Do I really want to put on these gloves if it's 80 degrees out and rainy? So I'm going to just run to this local hardware store and see what they have in terms of waterproof gloves. I know there's a lot of water-resistant gloves out there that are, you know, cowhide or, you know, deerskin or whatever. I'm really hoping to find something that's truly waterproof, that I can keep on the bike, keep on the motorcycle all the time, and we're going to see what they have to offer. Now, I'd really love to know, I know we have a bunch of folks here who are Spyder riders, long-time motorcycle riders with a lot more experience than I do. What do you folks do in terms of riding gear? Now, I realize there probably aren't many of you that use the Spyder as your sole conveyance, so you probably have that luxury of not having to go out in the pouring rain, but a lot of you keep rain gear on your bikes, on your motorcycles, on your Spyders, and really this goes out to people who might not even have a Spyder. Maybe you're riding a, you know, BMW GS or who knows what, but what do you use for waterproof gloves? I'm going to run in this store, see what they have, and hopefully I'll come out a happy camper. I'll report back in a bit. So there's a wide selection of all sorts of gloves here for gardening and working and all the rest of it on different levels of different materials and whatnot. I'm gonna, believe it or not, go with a PVC coated glove that is not meant for riding motorcycles and probably not meant for anything similar to that. I don't know how this is gonna work, but they're so cheap. Like for $10 I can buy these, throw them in my side case with my rain gear, and I can tell you this, they're waterproof. I mean, I've tried these on, you can tell by the texture. These things are absolutely waterproof, and it's got a long gauntlet that fits well over my jacket. So I'm gonna go with this and just see what it's like. Well, this is probably not the perfect solution, and it's probably not even an ideal solution, but these are what's called Wells Lamont gloves. They're PVC, they are completely waterproof. They are not terribly uncomfortable, and I wouldn't normally wear them on a day like today because it's kind of cold. It's 48 degrees out, so my Joe Rocket wind chill gloves are fine for today actually, but I just want to see what they're like on the ride home. So I know I have a pair of waterproof gloves. They will be in my side case, so on a hot July day and it's like a situation where I need to go for a ride or to go to a meeting or something and it's pouring rain, I can put these on. Now, I'd love to hear from you. I know they look goofy, by the way. I'd love to hear from you as to what you do. For those of you that ride in the rain, riding in the rain for years, what do you use for your hands? And I realize in hot weather, you know, I don't need something for my hands. I mean, in terms of a glove, I can, and here comes the rain. Perfect timing. I realize that, you know, you can go barehanded, but for safety's sake, it's nice to have a pair of gloves on. I know these are not safety gloves at all. In fact, these gloves are slightly oversized, so they might, you know, if I hit the pavement at high speed, these gloves are likely to come right off. However, it's better than nothing, I think, for now. And for the price, $10, I can throw in my side case and just leave them there for the, you know, inevitable day when I absolutely need to go out in the pouring rain. If you have a better idea, and I'm sure many of you, maybe all of you do, please comment and let me know what it is, because I am someone who needs some sort of rain solution now that this Spyder is my only vehicle. I appreciate you watching, I really do. I'm going to try to cut this video down, edit it tightly, and I hope you have a great day. Just know that I really appreciate you watching and coming along with me on these rides. You have a great day. Bye-bye.